joining us today. Let's give it up to Puchy, who is Puchy Tats here on YouTube and Instagram, for hosting the Memy Mondays YouTube Hop. It will be every Mondays for the entire month of August, starting at 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, and 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And we will be creating Memorydex cards. There is the lineup of all the crafty ladies invited linked in the drop down panel below, which is the description area. So let's follow all the lovely beautiful souls, and subscribing is warmly appreciated. We will be sharing inspiration and we will be doing giveaways. Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to week 3 of the Puchy Memy Mondays Hop. As you know, we are doing giveaways. Puchy gave us total freedom to set our own guidelines for our individual giveaways. However, I haven't shared mine. I personally will be giving away physical crafty goodies because I don't want to assume everyone wants to be entered. I want to make it cutesy. If you want to be entered, simply comment below hashtag elements of fashion on all the hop videos I have released and yet to be released, including this one. And that's pretty much it for my guidelines. Easy peasy, right? So these were the 2 I've created thus far. So which element of fashion did I create for this week? I'm teasing you guys because this is the back. This background paper, it's actually paper, looks like lace, but it's paper. I ended up creating this. Isn't that pretty? And this fan is from the Anna Griffin kit. It actually comes with all of this, including the ephemera. This I got on HSN quite some time ago. If they don't have it there, you can find it in her site. And it comes with these stamps. It also comes with dies to cut out the stamps. And it comes with these 3 beautiful fans, including the tassel. And then it has ephemera. This is a whole kit that I bought. And then I just added some elements of lace. And this is a paper lace that I created a while ago. Again, I'm using the Doily Dreams collection die cuts from that collection. And this here is also a digital I created, but that's from the Victorian Lace Tea Party, which is the second collection I created. And I created this doily digitally and added this flower. This is from Anna Griffin, but I got it off of the Cricut Design Space. You know how you can buy images there? Well, this was one of them. And then I ran out of my information card, so I had to come up with one really quick. And it doesn't have my information in it yet, but I ended up creating this. And this is one of my other ladies that I created, and she too has a modernized face. She's also going to be included in the Marie Antoinette boutique kit that I'm putting together. But it's really simple, and here's the tassel from that die set. That tassel is so pretty. And I use this gold foil paper that has like iridescent in it, but it also looks like it has like confetti. Can you see that? That is so pretty. And my friend Ida had gifted this paper to me a few years ago, and I'm using it sparingly because I only got one sheet. But it's beautiful and gorgeous, so I ended up using it here. And I just added this bow here, satin bow. Kept it, you know, really simple. I really didn't do much back here, but I want it to be very, very pretty and feminine, because it kind of goes with the front. And this element of fashion here, you know, was used a lot back in the day, in the King's in Queen's Day. They used very, very fancy fans back then. So it's a part of the motif of elements of fashion for that era. So this is what I went with for the elements of fashion. It is not Halloween related. I don't really do Halloween. These are masquerade masks that were often used back in the 16th century and early 18th century, and mostly in the era of Queens and Kings time. I'm really happy that I was able to keep the fashion theme going for that era. However, oh my God, I really struggled and I'm running out of ideas. I really am running out of ideas. Okay, so for this background, isn't that gorgeous? I used this die set. It is from Crafter's Companion. It's the Gemini series. And this is called Regal Lattice. Anyway, this is the one I used. And this has been a great opportunity that I'm able to use my dies, because I buy dies and I put them away, I buy dies and I put them away, and then I don't use them. So I have had this in my stash for a while. And again, I do have a process video on how I put this together, so that you know how I actually put it together. And of course, I made, you know, the silhouette. Because this actually does come with a die to make the silhouette, but I wanted it a little bit bigger, so I did trace it, as you saw in my other tutorial process video, if you will. I end up tracing some dies so that I can create a silhouette for it. And this is the die I used to make the mask. Again, I created a silhouette for this because this actually doesn't come with one. This I purchased on our favorite China site. Again, had it in my stash. Don't even know for how long. I cut the silhouette out of this pretty mint green paper that also is the same lace paper that I've also used in the back. I've also added it here to the front. And I have the mint green for that as well. And then I cut it out again in the silhouette. I'm sorry, on the die, the intricate die. And then I used that beautiful platinum stickles and stickled it all up. I stickled the whole die cut. And that gave it this sort of look. It's really pretty. Oh my goodness. And again, I used that same gold foil cardstock. And then I just layered some lace down here, one on top of the other. And this is the same mint green lace that I used on the back. And these are bridal trims here. I added this beautiful bridal trim. It is beautiful, and it has sequins, so it has some shine to that. That was gifted to me by Christine from Shabby Pink House. She's one of my greatest inspirations for shabby. She does really soft shabby. And then this spray here was inspired by my friend Ida again. She always gets a sneak peek of what I'm doing before anybody else does. And I created everything else. I even had this bow here, but I didn't have nothing up there, and I felt like it needed something. And I'm like, oh, what does it need? What does it need? And I shared it with her, and she said, she actually suggested a flower spray there that was gifted to us by a friend of ours. However, when I put it there, it was way too big. So that jumped off the idea of just creating my own flower spray. And then I went to town after that. So I made this spray with these flower buds, including this one. And then I added all these other sprays individually. Ooh, there we go. Individually, including this one here. And these, some of these were gifted from one of my friends, and then these here, these white ones and these cream ones, and this one was here, was gifted to me again by Ida. And then I added this other lace trim back here before I even added the flowers. And then I added this beautiful crinkly flower here. It's like organza. And then I added the pins. What do you call these? The stick pins. I created the stick pins and then I glued them in there permanently so that, you know, the beads don't shift. So the beads won't shift. And then I added the bow, and then finally I added this beautiful jewel. I wanted to add a jewel here, but I just didn't have one that quite fit right. Okay. Oh, that's getting bright. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Sorry I blinded you. Sorry. So that is my Memorydex for week 3. So again, let's follow all the lovely, beautiful souls, and subscribing is warmly appreciated. And I hope we are continuing the inspiration for all of you. And everybody has their own guidelines for their giveaways. So if you want to be entered in their giveaways, just follow their guidelines. Thank you again, Puchy, for inviting me. So let's share, be fair, be filled with love, and love one another. Take good care, everybody.